My name is Matt Marston. I'm a programme manager at Severn Trust, covering the Upper Severn catchment and this Guilsfield Demonstrator project. We are here at Trevenant Dingle, which is the site of a stream called the Nant Riddermock, which is quite a key tributary to the Guilsfield Brook. And what we have here is a leaky dam, and this is what we'd call a chop and drop leaky dam, in the sense that it's sited using the material we've got around us. So it's sited within a woodland, and essentially we've mimicked a natural process by cutting trees down and placing them over the watercourse to slow the flow. These have been here a while now, and what we can see here is sort of debris and silt forming behind the structure, and we've got a nice sort of wide flat area behind it to allow water to build up behind it in high rainfall events. So there's 30 of these down this stretch, and we've got around 75 across the catchment installed now. And as I say, we've done some monitoring here to monitor the effectiveness. So we've actually used a wildlife camera trap to see how this particular dam responds in high rainfall events.
So, a sward lifter does what it says on the tin. This huge, massive tractor is the grunt to actually pull this thing through the turfs. This is the disc, obviously super sharp, which introduces the sward lifter, and that's got a massive, huge, big chisel on the end of here. You can see it's like a big point. And those little rollers at the back, like pasta rollers, just fold the earth back over the little beads. What it does is it puts an extra layer in the soil here, so the waters can actually percolate more effectively down through the soil, and the farmer can keep his stock in here longer, and it's more aerated and the turf is much more healthy. Hello, my name's Dewi Morris, work for the Severn Rivers Trust Catchment Officer, and I'm talking to Anna Tibreath here about solutions we're going to introduce under the Severn Basin Demonstrators project.
So I'm Anna, I'm one of the partners here at Tibreath. We've been here for 25 years, started with just me and my husband. Now we've got 2 grown-up children who are involved as well. It's all sheep now. We have had cattle in the past, but we're all sheep, and we do take a lot of hay. We're not organic, but we are careful how we manage the land. Okay, so this is the mill pond,
right,
with a leat that came across from the stream, which is actually quite a long way away, and fed this upper pond here. Great. And then through into the pipe that comes out just there.
Oh, right.
And then that would have taken the spent water.
Well, now we can actually re-excavate this and take maybe 2/3 of what's in there out. And obviously keep it a nice deeper area for clear water to be there, and a nice sort of graded side, and it'll stand the test of time for another umpteen years as a water holding pond.
It's nice to use a historical feature as well as some of the natural features towards the scheme. So there's a natural leaky dam here, but there's going to be a better one.
Yeah, it's called a letterbox leaky dam. So the normal stream flows like it is now will go underneath, and then when the water gets up, it'll get pushed back probably to about here to slow the transfer speeds of the water.
It's good that you're using not only local and natural, but stuff from right here, which will regenerate. It's also actually quite useful for us in terms of the sheep management, because this area is good fluke territory. And so it's not particularly a useful area, and so the fact that it's fenced off means that we can graze it when we want to, so it doesn't detract from productivity at all.
So this lovely alder car here, these lovely alder coppice stems here, and a really nice bit of low-lying land by the stream. We're going to work with the natural features, so you can see the stream coming in. We'll do a nice shallow swale, and then we'll create some deeper pools around these lovely alder trees, so to act as a stormwater holding place.
And then that links down to the leaky dam at the bottom, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so the poor leaky dam probably won't be holding quite so much water because some of it's going to come into here.
You haven't seen it in winter.
Oh, no.
There's room for plenty. Okay, so this is one of the old farm ponds. It's on the 1750 map, so we know it's been here for a while. It's fed by some springs further up. And again, it looks very non-existent now, but it fills right up. It doesn't come over here, but it goes through quite an old pipework system there with some really big stones, so I guess that's been in existence for several hundred years. But it dries up in the summer, which is a shame. It would be nice if it held some water.
Right.
If we hold the water back there, not only does it benefit everybody way downstream, it actually is really practical significance for us.
Part of my job is to revitalise this. Like I shouldn't be able to do this at the moment. I'll be able to hear in water. Hopefully this time next summer.
I'm Philippa Young and we're here at Eithebach. We're on the tributary of the Guilsfield brook, which all flows into the Severn eventually, and we have been working on planting trees and looking at natural regeneration. So as soon as you fence off and the lovely sheep can't get in and nibble all the new trees down, then they all start sprouting up as well. Sort of change the landscape in this. It was very boggy zone here, so it wasn't really much use for the farming.
It's fantastic, Philippa, this young woodlands. There's oaks here on the drier bits, and there's alders in the wetter bits, and we've fenced off the whole entire boggy bit of the field, and now we've got a beautiful open woodland coming, and this is all very much part of the Severn Basin Demonstrators project, in that we're trying to join all the landowners together to make it like a patchwork of a more climate resilient landscape.
So this is our existing pond.
Right. Most of these lovely old farm ponds have actually disappeared, but you've still got yours, which is fantastic, and you can see all the different marginal vegetation supporting loads and loads of different wildlife. Like a little management system in there for the levels.
Yeah.
And you've kindly invited me in to build a huge big leaky dam in the channel that comes underneath, way off here in the vegetation over there. This is the side of the leaky dam, just across over my shoulder here. The pond, obviously, as headwaters have moved up to here. When the rains comes in, the whole place is absolutely teeming with water. All the flow will hit the leaky dam and just be pushed back up the catchment into the ditch network here, making the landscape wetter. But also act as like a debris screen as well, so all the leaves and the mud and the branches, whatever, you get all trapped within the leaky dam. So in effect, it makes like a secondary area which will slow down the transfer speeds of the water.